Hello, 8th grade. This is section 1.4, okay? Just a heads up right before we get into it. Tomorrow, okay, today's Monday, so tomorrow I will be putting a post in Google Classroom that you will need to read. You are going to have your mid-chapter test this week. It'll probably be Wednesday, just day after. It will be during a certain time period, and it will be an hour long. Okay, so I will send it out during the time start, and then you will have till the time end, which is just again an hour long, for you to get it back into me. Okay. Other than that, everything will pretty much run as smooth. Do not be afraid if you have an F in the class. All that is going to get fixed. Just email me if you want to know what your actual grade is, and I can do that. Other than that, we are going to get started. Okay, so this would be bell work if you came in. If you want to do it, just push pause and then push play when you're ready, because here are the answers. Okay. Check and make sure you got those. Okay. Okay, today you're going to be finding the power of a power and the power of a product. Okay? So this you need to write down. You don't have any vocab today, okay, but you will need to write this down in your notes. So, the power of a power. Okay, so you already have product of a power, where if they have the same bases, okay, you can add the exponents and keep the base. If you're dividing, so quotient of a power, if you are dividing and they have the same base, you can just subtract the exponents. Okay, well, now we're going to figure out, well, what happens if you have a number to a power and then to another power of a power. Okay, well, we've added the exponents, we've subtracted the exponents. Next, we're going to multiply the exponents, okay? So to find the power of a power, to go a little quick, okay. Well, anyway, to find the power of a power, you just need to multiply the two exponents, okay? So for instance, let me freeze. Gotta do my little freeze dance to find the, great, there we go. Okay. So we have 8 to the 4th to the 3rd power. Okay, so that power to a power. 8 to the 4th taken to the 3rd power. All you have to do is multiply the exponents. Keep that base, okay? Keep that base, 4 times 3. And then that just equals 8 to the 12th, okay? This is pretty much one of those easier lessons that we might just get to go through, okay? Oh, keep that over here. See if we, yeah. Okay. There we go, 8 to the 12th. There we go, try that one on your own. If you want, it is 5 squared. Let me see if you can read that real quick. Ooh. Okay, let me read it to you. 5 squared, or 5 to the 2nd power, and then taken, in parentheses, to the 8th power, okay? So pause the video, or just let it keep going, because you may already know what it is. And answer is 5 to the 16th. You just multiply those exponents. 2 times 8 gives you 16th, and keep the base. Okay? Just because we have variables, that doesn't change a thing. Okay, so we have k. Ooh, pause. Let me do my dance. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Just keep it open. We have k to the 7th to the 5th power. Okay, so we keep the base. 7 times 5 gives you 35. So you should have k to the 35th power. Okay. simplify this one, try it on your own. It is a to the third power, and then you take that to the seventh power, okay? So pause the video and do that on your own, then push play. You should get a to the 21st power, okay? Remember, keep the base, which is our letter A, and then 3 times 7 is 21, okay? Now, power of a product, okay? To find the power of a product, you find the power of each factor and multiply. So in other words, that exponent, you distribute it to everything in the parentheses. Everything. So you can see 6x squared to the third in the example. Oh, no, stop. No. Don't look. There we go. Okay. You can see in the example, I think the AC is somehow pushing hard enough onto the board. So 6x squared. So the 3 goes to the 6, so you have 6 cubed, or 6 to the third. And then x squared is on its own, and it gets distributed to that, like we have been doing for the past 4 minutes-ish. Okay? So 6 cubed, you do that, 6 times 6 times 6, you should get 216. And then you just do this like we have been doing. Keep the base, x, and then multiply those two exponents, 2 times 3, and you should get 6. Okay? So, let me do a dance. Find it, where's the freeze, but there we go. Okay? So, for instance, we have 4p to the third taken to the fourth power. Okay, so we have to distribute that 4 to everything in here. So it goes to this 4, and it also goes to the p to the third power. Okay, so if we rewrite it, it's 4 to the fourth, okay, times p to the third to the fourth. Okay, so this 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 64 times 4, 256. Okay? And then this, just like we have been doing. Keep the base, p, and then 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so you should have 256 p to the 12th. Oh, let's hope it didn't advance that much. Oh, perfect. Okay, try this one on your own. Okay, 3c to the fourth, and all of that, oh no, there we go. And all of that taken to the third power, okay? And then when you get all that done, push play, you should get 20, oh my goodness, it is not wanting to cooperate today. You should get 27c to the 12th. Okay, that 3 gets distributed to the 3 and the c to the fourth power. Okay, so 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And then 4 times 3 is 12, so you put that on top of the c. Okay? Well, now what happens when we have 2 exponents? Well, same thing. Has to be distributed to everything, okay? So we have -2, m to the 7th, n to the 6th, all of that taken to the 5th power, okay? So that 5 gets distributed to everything in here, okay? It gets distributed to the 2, it gets distributed to the m to the 7th, and it gets distributed to that n to the 6th, okay? So if we rewrite it, -2 to the 5th times m to the 7th to the 5th times n to the 6th to the 5th. Okay? And then you just solve it, like usual. So 2 to the 5th, or -2 to the 5th, Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Times negative 2 is a negative 8. Times a negative 2 is a positive 16. Then times your final negative 2 gives you negative 32. Okay? Then, just like usual, keep the base. You have m. 7 times 5, 35. And then you have n. 6 times 5, 30. Okay? And that is what you should get for your answer. Do a little dance. Find the freeze button. Anywhere. There we go. Hey. And there we go. Okay? So you try this one on your own. Negative 4, p to the 5th, q, just a q, there's no exponent on it. Just kidding, there should be a little 1 at the top, an invisible 1. And it's all taken to the second power, okay? Now remember, before you do this, it has to be distributed to everything in that parentheses, okay? So try that and then push pause, push play when you're ready. You should get 16p10q squared, okay? So that's square, negative 4 times negative 4, 16. Okay, p to the 5th times 2, you get p to the 10th. Q squared times 2, you get q, or q to the 1st times 2 is q squared. Okay? That we don't need to do that one. Okay? So, this one, find the volume of a cube with side lengths of 6m to the 7th. Okay? Oh, there we go, freeze. Well, if you remember, so 6m to the 7th, remember there's that invisible 1 right there. We don't necessarily are given a number that goes on top, but we sort of are. When we do volume, it's length times width times height, okay? And if it's of a square or a cube, they're all the same. Okay, and we're multiplying that 3 times by itself, okay? Cubed, that's where you get the third exponent, okay? So remember, and then that has to go to everything in here. So 6 times 6 times 6, oh goodness, 36. I believe it's 216. 216, we're going to go 216. The first times the third, keep the base. 1 times 3 is 3. We have n, 7 to the third, 21st. Okay? Oh. Woo, I did get it right. Okay, awesome. And that is it. Okay? So remember, be looking for that post tomorrow to know when you need to block out time to take your mid-chapter test. Now, it is worth 50 points. There is only 13 questions on it. You can review tomorrow, okay? It's over sections 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? And each one is has 3 questions of each. And that is, oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. And that is pretty much it. Other than that, the homework will be right below. Do that and then submit it to me through email, not Google Classroom, okay? And I'll put my email down below as well. Have a great Monday.